and appearing. And actually, you will be able to very clearly see it. The same clarity with which you see us on the screen, with that same clarity, you will be able to see on the mirror and on the Krishna. The science is very simple. You would just have to connect intensely to Swamiji, manifest that space, that Paramadvaita in you. Keep the Krishna in front of you, keep the mirror in front of you. You may start seeing it as lines, patterns, and different shapes, sizes it may appear. What you need to do is you have to make sure that you're not trying to visualize it. See, don't try to mentally visualize, don't try to picturize something on it. The power manifests in such a way where you will actually be able to see it on the Krishna Shila itself. You will be able to see it appearing in details on the mirror and on the Krishna Shila itself. Especially after this initiation, Swamiji has literally infused that energy into us. You can simply use this energy to manifest powers. Sit now. Sit for a few minutes. Intensely connect to Swamiji. And if any of you are just beginning to manifest, make sure you have the darshan of Swamiji's in the Krishna Shila. Bow down and start chanting the Mahavakya. Now, let us all enter into the power manifestation. You don't even need to partner up. Even you can will any place that you want to see. For example, let's say you don't need to even partner up. If you have a partner, that's wonderful. That way you will also be confident. But first round, you start seeing in the Krishna Shila. You should be able to see it. It should not be visualization. It should be actually you seeing it on the Krishna Shila, which means you will be able to see the shape, the size, the pictures, everything appearing on the Krishna Shila. Understanding? Please sit straight. Chant the Mahavakya.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Om Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Mahamahāvāgya, spiritual lullaby for Samadhi, and Suprabhatam, wake up call, wake up song for Paramashiva. This Mahamahāvāgya is spiritual lullaby for you to fall into Samadhi. Suprabhatam, wake up song for Paramashiva to wake up in you. Just remember this one powerful cognition. This Mahamahāvāgya puts me in Samadhi. This is spiritual lullaby for Samadhi, and Suprabhatam, wake up song for Paramashiva in me. For Paramashiva to manifest. With this one spiritual powerful cognition, chant this Mahamahāvāgya. Mahamahāvāgya, spiritual lullaby for Samadhi, and Suprabhatam, wake up call, wake up song for Paramashiva. For Paramashiva to manifest. With this one spiritual powerful cognition,
Please relax. I request all of you to share how many of you have manifested. Now, we're all going to be entering into the next session where we are going to be learning about the secrets of going beyond lust, moving from lust to love. Let us listen to this beautiful revelation from Swamiji on how to transcend from lust to love.
Shallow breath is lust, deep breath is love. That's it. Existence is alive just like you, and it breathes just like you. Whenever there is a shallow breath, the insecurity your system feels makes you feel lusty about your body, your identity, your emotions. Understand the primal lust is lust towards your body, your identity. Then it extends to lust towards wealth, other person, and all, everything. The primal existence of the lust is fundamentally short of breath. Short breath and short of breath, the insecurity generated by it. I am making a simple equation. Nothing else. Deep breathing, long breathing will create such space in you. Simply, you will be in love with you, with everything and overflowing. Lust is nothing but short breath, short of breath, and all the incompletions, insecurity generated along with short breath. Understand? I am not going to ask you to have a deep breath. The moment I reveal this secret and understanding, you will start having deep breath. That is Jnanapada. The solution should be as simple as breathing. Listen carefully. Just today, one of my disciples was asking me, Swamiji, one very important question. You are a macrocosm, and you have come down into this body as microcosm. How do you feel? I said, precisely, I feel I am a macrocosm because I have not come down. I have reflected myself into this body and woken up, started operating this system, not shrunk into this system. This system is not exclusive of me, it is inclusive of me. Before the system was created, during the system was functioning, after the system stops functioning. Throughout, this was inclusive of me. That's all. That's all is the difference between lust to love. If you feel the system alone is you, you exclude everything else. The exclusivity, you feel only the system is you, the body is you, or your identity is you. That's lust. Short of breath, short breath, insecurity generated by it, all that comes. Yogi is a person who breathes with cosmos. That's all. Yogi is a person who breathes with cosmos. That's all. I'll repeat. Yogi is a person who breathes with cosmos. Just breathe with cosmos. You will be overflowing with love. It's not something you need to do. Even if you remember, and the moment you understand, oh God, automatically it starts happening. Jnanapada, knowledge is solution. Fundamentally, with your shrunk suffocated identity, short of breath and short breath, the kind of the insecurity it generates, the reaction of possessing is manifested by you. Understand, the insecurity invokes the powerless response of possessing. The possessiveness is powerless cognition, comes as a response reaction to insecurity. All insecurity is perceived by you first only as a short of breath. You can test any information or the moment you experience insecurity. It's a breath which gets first attacked. Understand? Deep breathing. Decide to breathe with the ocean, hills, life, river, tree, everything around you. Decide to breathe with Chandra and Surya. Decide to breathe with the whole existence. You will be in love forever. I don't want to get into the nitty-gritties of do's and don'ts related to lust and love. Oh, if you marry this many times, lust can be transformed into love. If you don't marry at all, your lust can be transformed into love. I am not getting into any of that. I am not getting into the lifestyle related details of lust to love. I am straight getting into the jnana pada of lust to love. Understand? Jnana pada means just by knowledge you are liberated. No rules are given, no practices are given, no techniques are given, no methodology is given. Straight by listening to the truths you are liberated. That's it. At the most, very rarely you may be asked to contemplate. That's all. During the Shravana, you are little disturbed, then manana is requested. Means the contemplation. That's all, nothing more. The whole satsang is 2 lines. Short breath is lust. Deep breath, long breathing is love. That's all. When you breathe with cosmos, you are love and you radiate love. Whatever toxification you have accumulated, whatever patterns you have gathered, whatever difficulties, incompletions you may have, understand, your patterns are not the real problem. You operating them again and again is the real problem. With a deep breathing with cosmos, with a long breath, operation of the patterns will be destroyed. Operation of the patterns will be destroyed. Understand this truth. This first statement I am making, your life has nothing to do with what you do, and it is all about how you experience your consciousness. Second statement I am making, life has nothing to do, life is everything about what you are contributing to others, not about what you feel about yourself. Both looks very contradicting or paradox. If you understand in both words, in both statements, I mean different truths, different level truths. First statement, when I say you, I mean different. Second statement, when I say you, I mean different. First statement, when I say about you, I am talking about consciousness. Second statement, when I am saying about you, it's about that selfish, too much of me. That powerlessness, weak selfishness. In the level of consciousness, anything you declare, consciously decide, will willpower is enough tapas. In the outer world, anything you declare as you responsibility is tapas. Listen carefully. See, in the outer world, if you declare you are a president or a prime minister of some country, responsibility, taking responsibility for that work is tapas. Everyone who enters into politics imagines themselves, literally declares that they are the president or the prime minister or in the top position of their country's politics. Listen. In the outer world, anything you declare, you need to take responsibility for it. That is the tapas. If you declare yourself as a mayor of a city, you need to take the responsibility and fit into that shoes. That is tapas. If you declare you are chief minister or the governor of a state, you need to take the responsibility for that declaration to make that into reality. That is tapas. In the inner world, if you declare yourself as Shakti, as Paramashiva, or as Ganapati, or as Subramanya, you may declare whoever you want as you in the inner world. If you declare yourself as Paramashiva, or Parandama, Parabrahma, Parameshwari, anything in the inner world, will persistence is the only tapas. See, when you declare you are Paramashiva, naturally all your inside patterns, self-hatred, self-doubt, self-denial will flare up and show so much of obstacles, problems, difficulties externally and internally. But you standing with will persistence, I will see everything as Paramashiva. I will face all these self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial. Even the doubt whether I am Paramashiva or not, I will face it from the space I am Paramashiva. How Paramashiva will face self-doubt, same way I will face. How he will face? He will just burn it. Tripurasura. Tripurasuras are the self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial. How he dealt with them? He just burnt them. Same way, I will burn my self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial just through will persistence. Listen. In the conscious world, anything you declare as yourself, will persistence for it is tapas. In the external world, anything you declare about yourself, taking responsibility for it is tapas. Now listen. Ardhanareeshwara is the pure conscious manifestation of Paramashiva. If you declare you are Ardhanareeshwara, just have will persistence as tapas, you will manifest Ardhanareeshwara. I tell tell you, manifesting Ardhanareeshwara is the ultimate sexual fulfillment. Neither womanizers nor nymphomaniacs taste even the glimpse of what is Ardhanareeshwara. Listen. Womanizers use women more like scratching for itching. Actually, if you want to kill a monkey, you don't need to do anything big. Just if you make a small wound in the hand, very small, just one small needle, that wound is enough because the monkey cannot keep quiet. It will go on scratching. After 2 days, even if the wound heals by itself, monkey will scratch again and make it as a big until it becomes septic and finally dies. The monkey will not allow it to get healed. A small wound is enough for the monkey to kill itself because of that itching and scratching is a natural animalistic pattern. Listen, the sex of the womanizers is exactly the animals itching and scratching. You will not find any love, any romance, any consciousness involved in it. If an act sex can be fulfilling, then prostitutes must have been enlightened long before. Listen, sex does not originate from the physical world or action. It originates from conscious world, being. I tell you, yesterday itself I was telling, even an ordinary act like a smelling or eating starts manifesting from the foundation called love for the existence. I tell you, people who carry love in their consciousness will never become obese. Don't try to come and tell me, oh, I have seen many obese people who are very loving. Maybe their behavior, external behavior may be very loving or matching with people who do acts out of love. The inner space in consciousness, what I call as love, is a overflowing quality towards everything. It's like a, see, if you are alive, you will think, you will breathe, you will smell, you will digest, your blood will be circulating, everything will be happening. Same way, if you are loving, it will be towards everything. It is the quality of consciousness, not the quality of the external habit or attitude or actions. Listen, love is not defined by your external actions. Love is defined by the very existence or the quality of your consciousness. Even if Paramashiva does samhara, means destruction of this universe, I will not call he is angry or he is violent or he is bad. He does even samhara out of his love. I tell you, consciousness expanding itself to celebrate its oneness is love. See, consciousness goes towards the food to make the food as part of itself or for it to become the part of the food. Consciousness goes towards anything only to make oneness happen. I tell you, nothing is inauspicious if you understand love. Everything is inauspicious if you don't understand love. Sex is the amazing expression of that love to make another one body into oneness with you and you with that body. Listen. When your consciousness moves towards food out of love, it wants to make that food as part of itself, means oneness. Give the oneness experience to that food. If the same consciousness without love moves towards the food, it wants to grab that food and destroy it and manipulate it and exploit it. Food lovers never become obese or diseased or ill. Food manipulators become ill, diseased. How many of you understand what I am talking? Food lovers never become obese. Food lovers never get disease. Food lovers never get any illness related to food patterns, food habits, and food eating style. It is food manipulators. People who rape food, understand this word. People who rape food due to food pornography. I coin a new word, pornography. What is food pornography? Too much of advertisement about the food using colors and arrangements. People are triggered by the food pornography and rape food, get diseases related to eating patterns and food. All of you, again and again listen to this powerful cognition and carry in you, listen. Once you align your food pattern, your sex pattern will be easily aligned and your life will be just celebration. Your life will be just celebration. So listen carefully, listen intensely, digest this truth. You loving food is not wrong. You manipulating food and raping the food is wrong. Understand? If you love food, you know how much of food can become one with you, your digestion ability. What kind of food can become one with you? What kind of food will empower you and get empowered by you? Listen. Whenever you digest a food and that becomes energy in you, Not only you are empowered by the food, you are also empowering that food, because that becomes energy. Whenever there is a problem due to food inside you, not only you are manipulating the food and raping the food also gets incomplete with you, because it has not fulfilled the purpose for which it happened. Right eating with the right consciousness fulfills you and the food. Now, whatever I am talking about food, use the same principle and map it to music, vision, visuals, all the five senses, including sex. You will see very clearly. Are you eating or raping the food? Are you loving and having sex, or are you raping the other person? Are you masturbating out of the high romance? Are you masturbating out of the violence, raping attitude? Look at the whole thing. You need to look into, are you eating food out of love, or are you manipulating food? Or are you raping the food? Same thing. Are you having sex out of overflowing romance, love, oneness? Or are you just raping the other person out of anger and violence, or some other reason? Understand? Sexual act, a man first feels physiologically pressured by the hormones. So physiology sends the signals to body, physical structure. So it starts responding, but psychology is not having enough life positive affirmation to be active. It does not have enough love. It only feels the pressure of physiology and physical components. So it is waiting to take revenge on the physiology and physical component the moment act is over. The moment act is over, psychology just takes over. relationships are the most beautiful, sweetest thing in the life. When Sadashiva declared, "Let me become many and enjoy myself," it means he himself has decided to enjoy the joy of relationships, the ecstasy of relationships. Whenever you have a problem, difficulties, bitterness, boredom, tiredness in the relationship, find out something other than the truth. Delusion has entered the relationship. Relationship itself is not failure. The delusions entered into relationship makes it tired, bored, sickening, suffocating. I was coining and using a new word called sexless intimacy, where you explore the soul of the other person. When you explore the body of the other person, how long you will be exploring the same curves? You will be tired and bored. Husband and wife are the most intimate enemies. Tired and bored, sickening, but tied together. In Indian tradition, literally with 3 knots. If it ends just with exploring of the body, it will be most tiring, sickening, boring relationship. And then you will start looking around to explore various bodies, different bodies. Sometimes you may not even stop with other gender. No, that is where all the perversion starts. Not even other gender, you may not even stop with human beings. Understand? The problem here is you do not explore the souls. The intimacy need to be extended to explore the other person's being, the soul, the consciousness, the thought currents, memories, the effect thought currents and memories creates in the other person and in you. If the exploring starts little deeper, deeper than the skin, deeper than the color of the skin. If exploring goes little deeper than the skin to the level of thought currents, memories, taste, interests, then deeper than that, conscious journey together towards the higher possibilities, enlightenment, power manifestation, Sadashivatva. Then the taste and depth of the whole relationship goes to the next level. Understand, when you are sick, tired, bored in relationships, try to look where the delusion has entered, exploring just the curves of the body alone is not relationship. If you stop there, I should call that as delusion. I should call that as non-involvement. I should call that as life negative. then you even have an option to pick up a knife and stab anyone in front of you and stab yourself. Is that a freedom? No. No. Choices and options are not freedom. Manifesting your highest possibility is the freedom. Kailasa is the ecosystem I am manifesting. Where in this ecosystem, people will flower to their highest possibility. When people are feeling bored, couples are feeling bored, tired, that middle age boredom and tiredness hits them, they should be given the signs of Tantra. They should try to find oneness, not just body alone, through the mind, the common goals, common emotions, commonly what they enjoy, art, science, different fields. And conscious spiritual powers, experience, enlightenment. If you find something which makes you experience oneness, you will never think of divorce. You know how to go to the depths of each one's consciousness and manifest oneness. You will not feel tired or bored with the other person. You know there's so much to explore. So much of possibility is there. This is the science of Tantra. This is the foundation of Tantra. Any action, whether breathing, thinking, eating, any action is expression of Shakti, Paramashiva Shakti. Listen. Shakti is embodiment of love. Shakti is embodiment of love. Realizing the love manifestation of your consciousness and entering into any action becomes manifestation of you, not manipulation of life. Listen, I will repeat. If you enter into the act of eating, knowing that it is because of your tremendous love manifestation, you are eating to strengthen your body, to celebrate life more and more. You will never manipulate food for taste. You will make sure food is always strengthening you. You will like, you will enjoy, you will be addicted only to healthy food. same principle, apply it to music, to visions, visuals, to smell, to touch, and to sex. The same principle. Be very clear. World is created to empower you, to make you manifest the ultimate, not for you to manipulate. Listen. World is created for you to manifest Paramashiva, not to manipulate the world. In every level, celebrating the core love is Tantra. Tantra is consciousness-centered tradition. It is not body-centered, mind-centered, emotion-centered. It is consciousness-centered tradition. The Mooladhara Chakra, symbolic conscious representation of the sex energy, is described with 4 petals, lotus. 4-petal lotus. The one petal represents autosex, means enjoying your own body. Like even eating tasty food comes under autosex. Eating tasty food up to masturbation, whole thing falls under autosex. Enjoying your own body. The second is enjoying your own gender, same sex. Third lotus petal is enjoying the opposite gender. The fourth lotus petal is enjoying the whole cosmos, whole universe, having union with this whole universe. That's the fourth petal. Listen. Ardhanareeshwara is the manifestation, represents all the 4 completion, fulfillment, the all 4 dimensions in you. When it manifests into the complete completion, you become Ardhanareeshwara. Ardhanareeshwara manifests in your body. I tell you. Most powerful sexual energy is radiated by the kids who are taught from young age to connect with Krishna or Muruga. Understand? In Hindu tradition, if you are born from Vaishnavite family, in the young age itself, you will automatically pick up Krishna as your beloved if you are in the female body, if you are in the male body as a friend. Whether you are a male or female, you will develop some kind of an attachment, feeling connection with Krishna from the young age. Same way, if you are from Shaivite family, you will develop the connection with Muruga, Subramanya. The kids, male or female, who develop this kind of a fantasy-centric, I am using the word fantasy-centric, which is very low and in a way even not completely expressing what I want to express, but the English has only the fantasy word. I can say that visually having union with Krishna or Muruga, even intimate friendship, I have seen the kids growing up in a very traditional background, how they automatically assume, if you are from Vaishnavite family, automatically the kids assume that Krishna is your beloved or your friend. If you are from Shaivite family, Muruga is your beloved or friend. That is the way flowering of the first dimension of the auto sex happens. Understand? People many times ask this question: is masturbation right? Paramashiva answers this question in Tantra. In masturbation, you don't accumulate new muscle memory, but you accumulate biomemory. So, who you remember, with whom you connect, fantasize, imagine, visualize, and have enter into the masturbation act, you receive that person's biomemory. Listen carefully. The act masturbation itself is not looked from the prism of right or wrong in Tantra. It is looked at profit loss. If you connect with the higher conscious beings, even masturbation, you receive their biomemory. See, when you enter into a physical sexual act, you receive muscle memory, biomemory, bioenergy, all the three from the other person. You should know even male receive from female and female also receives from male. It is give and take. That is why if you have multiple partners, especially who are lower than your consciousness, you may have pleasure but not peace. You may have pleasure but not peace, because the exchange of muscle memory, bioenergy complicates and makes the inner space mess. In masturbation act, you don't receive muscle memory, but you receive biomemory. So with whom you visualize matters. That decides whether your consciousness is going to raise to the cosmic union, or the consciousness is going to go down to a more lower existence, lower level existence. See, life is all about profit loss calculation, not right wrong dictations. Listen, Tantra does not look at life as vidhi nisheda. It looks at life as profit and loss. It just tells you what can profit you and what can bring loss, and leaves the decision to you. Many traditions guide you, teach you, ask you to do something and not to do something. But Tantra is a unique tradition. It changes only your conscious perception. The way you hold you and the way you hold the other person involved with you in the sexual act, and the way you understand the sexual act, only these conscious perceptions are changed. Immediately the action becomes yoga, path for you to have union with Paramashiva, cosmos. Listen, precise truth. Precisely I am describing the ultimate truth. With anything you have yoga, union, that becomes part of you. Whether the food you eat or the music you listen, visuals you see, or the smell you smell, or the touch you enjoy. Listen carefully. Here I want to tell you one great truth I learned from Ardhanareeshwara. If you live with 5 rich people, associate yourself with 5 rich people, you will become a 6th rich person. If you associate yourself with 5 enlightened beings, you will become the 6th enlightened being. If you associate yourself with 5 people who are building body, doing yoga, gym, you will become the 6th person who builds body and doing yoga, gym. If you associate yourself with the 5 fools, you will become the 6th fool. If you associate yourself with the 5 negative people, you will become the 6th negative person. If you associate yourself with the 5 seekers, you will become 6th seeker. Ardhanareeshwara told, this is what is the truth for inside and outside. These 5 senses, what they do and you associate yourself with them, you become the 6th of that. Whether outside 5 people or inside 5 senses. If your 5 senses are all the time seeking Paramashiva and you associate with those 5 senses, you will become Paramashiva. If your 5 senses are always seeking pleasure and you associate yourself with that 5 senses, you will always be the pleasure seeker. If your 5 senses are living Paramashiva and you associate yourself with that 5 senses, you will become Paramashiva. Listen. Tantra is all about making your five senses manifest Paramashiva. So by associating with your five senses continuously, you will become Paramashiva. If you associate with yourself with five yogis, you will become the sixth yogi. If you associate yourself with the five workaholic people, you will become a sixth workaholic person. If you associate yourself with the five lazy people, you will become the sixth lazy person. If you associate yourself with five retired people, you will become the sixth retired person. If you associate yourself with five conscious senses which is manifesting Paramashiva, you will become the sixth person manifesting Paramashiva. This is the foundation of Tantra. This is the foundation of Tantra. Listen. Constantly let your five senses manifest Paramashiva. Constantly let your five senses manifest Paramashiva. With anything you associate, you become that. The food which is higher conscious, means cooked by higher conscious person, offered to Paramashiva by the higher conscious person and eaten, makes your taste sense higher conscious person. With each sense, the physical touch or the intimacy or relationship with the higher conscious person makes you higher conscious. This applies to all five senses. Now listen. The music, poetry created by higher conscious being, when you consume that, you reach the same higher consciousness. With this understanding, look at the whole life. Many times, naturally, you will not get a higher conscious person to touch or the experience the nearness. For that, Paramashiva gives the solution. For the time being, you and your partner can raise yourself to higher consciousness through the powerful cognitions about yourself and about the other person, about the sexual act. Then enter into the act. That is what is called tantric sex, tantric relationship. Elaborately, Paramashiva explains multiple tantric rituals to manifest various powers. Various powers, third eye power, so many other powers. Usually, I can say I am trying to generalize and give you the basic understanding. Usually, in tantric rituals, all the five senses are involved. And it is not like a wild as it is projected to you by the modern day racist narrators, the racist people who narrate Hinduism have abused Agora and Tantra Sampradayas. They have beaten it and killed it. And unfortunately, Hindus themselves fell for this divide and rule policy. Building you, manifesting you, like how from mud the pot is made, same way. I'll teach you the science of using consciousness and manifest your life. Simple 3 instruction. Listen. I'll explain the logic, science behind the instructions next. First listen. The root chakra, Mooladhara, the lust centric, lust energy centric chakra. Second, Swatisthana, the spleen chakra, fear centric. Third, Manipuraga, navel chakra, food and oricentric. Now listen intensely. In the lust center, there is no difference between your visualization and actual action. The actual actions impact and your visualizations impact on your life. If you see, the actual actions of your lust may have only the legal implications externally. Other than that, other than the legal implication, whether it's a legitimate wife or illegitimate or gay or lesbian, other than the legal, socio-legal component of the sexual act, the act or the mental action, please understand, words, very raw, your fantasy, your pornography, your masturbation, all this and actual sexual act, this too, if you see all the mind related sexual actions, body related actions, other than the legal implication, there is no difference, there is no second difference on the consciousness between these two. Let me put it more and more straight because I am talking to the large open audience. My words need to be very clearly spelled out. That is why step by step I am spelling it out and using long sentences. Listen. Consciously, your visualizations about sex, pornography, masturbation, all these has the same effect as physical act. And I am not going to say physical act is good, bad, right, wrong. If this is same, then why not go for physical act? All those logic I am not going to analyze. I am going to reveal some of the most important truths for your enlightenment. Let me stop from the angle of attending to this whole issue only from the angle of enlightenment. Listen. Listen sincerely. Let me give you some of the conclusions. Let me give you some of the conclusions so you will understand the logic. First, mentally digesting all the fantasies of sex, body pleasures, completes your being, liberates you from undersexed or oversexed bondage ideas. Man or woman, person, who always equates sexual pleasure to the sexual act feels either undersexed or oversexed, feels all the time others are oversexed and they are undersexed. Too much of complicated relationship with sex leads to complicated relationship with the body, leads to complicated, very frustrated relationship with the thinking itself. Please understand, this is too important thing you need to know. You need to know the conclusion I wanted to give, and powerful cognitions you need to carry, both. The conclusion I wanted to give, listen carefully. Your conscious expression, manifestation of lust, sex, sexual acts, fantasies, pornographic manifestations, your wild perversions, everything. If you sit and chew them consciously, not mentally, there is a difference between mentally and consciously. If you chew sexual fantasies mentally, you will be obsessed and all the actions related to sex will be like a compulsion, forced. There will not be any conscious involvement, freedom or participation. More like a, you have to sneeze. Listen carefully. Mind binds, consciousness liberates. Formula, basic sutra. Mana is bandha. Chit is moksha. Mind is bondage. Anything done mentally leads to obsession and obsessive compulsive behavior. Consciously, when you engage with your fantasies, desires, sex related right, wrong, good, bad, socially accepted, legitimate or perversion, anything. If you can consciously use your visualization and get involved, you will be liberated without need for the physical act from the feeling of undersexed or oversexed, denied or exploited, all the incompletions, frustrations related to sex. All human beings feel whether they are having legitimate marriage relationship or outside marriage relationships, whatever may be, irrespective of age, gender, orientations, choices, everybody feels either undersexed or oversexed, either deprived or exploited. It's like a cycle. The fundamental root cause is sex remains as obsession, compulsion. The act does not have liberating consequence, fulfilling consequence. It may be tiring, releasing, letting you rest, but not fulfilling. Please understand. I'm getting into the deepest important formula for power manifestation. All the 5 perceptions you carry about sex, all the 7 perceptions you carry about death. I will explain all these 5, 7, everything. Why I am saying 5, because the Muladhara has a 4 petal and center core. That's why 5. Muladhara is the chakra, the sex chakra. Swadhisthana carries 7. It's actually the 7 perceptions of death, 5 perceptions of sex, 7 perceptions of death. All these 11 perceptions of love, all this is absolute delusion. Please understand, it is not, I am not even saying it is false or lie. If I say it is false, you will try to argue with me. Oh, you don't know, Swamiji. I am really undersexed. It is a truth. It's not false. It is based on the facts. Hey, listen. Anything I say, true or false, you will start arguing. It is not lie, it is this, it is that, all that. I am telling you, This very fundamental foundation perception is delusion, I tell you. If you know the joy of remaining in ecstasy internally through unclutching, externally whether some body touches you or not, this whole perception about the sexual activity and the sex gender identity, the whole thing is delusion, I tell you. Even if you struggle unclutching, try for half an hour. Your internal hormones, chemicals, as I was describing the other day, chemistry of your biology is mind. The chemistry of your biology will be aligned to the alchemistry of Paramashiva through unclutching. Unclutching is the best catalyst agent to make the chemistry of your biology align to the alchemistry of Paramashiva. Shantam Chandrakala Chudam Sarpasannata Satchatam Kadisutrodara Bandhanaihi. This is one more Shastra Pramana where Paramashiva describes himself in Kamikagama Purvabada, 4th chapter, Archana Vidipatalam, sloka number 330 and 331, Sadashiva Dhyanam, Shantam Chandrakala Chudam Sarpasannata Sachatam Kadisutrodara Bandhanaihi. I'll read out the translation. Satchatam means Paramashiva as Jatas. Udarabandhanam means the ornament tied on the abdomen stomach, means the abdomen of Paramashiva is tied, not having belly. Paramashiva is having a controlled, strong stomach. Listen. Whatever I am trying to convey today through this satsang, whole unconscious humanity is playing prank on you. Don't get pranked. Wake up to the reality by just half an hour unclutching. Half an hour. Attempting to unclutch is also okay. I am not even saying you should master unclutching. Attempting to unclutching is also okay. The social concepts and definitions of gender, gender-related issues, if you take it as a joke, great. But if you seriously record them in your muscle memory and biomemory and keep them inside your cognition, it can be dangerous. Please listen, it can be dangerous. When a male body made to believe certain concepts of masculine, certain concepts of being a male by the society, the kind of a tension that muscle memory, biomemory goes through, the kind of a suppression it goes through, the kind of expectation it has about the other gender, the kind of incompletion it suffers and craves for the suppressed part, is hell. Such punishment for whole life. And the worst thing is, whatever you suppressed in you, declaring yourself as the male and avoiding anything other than so-called male, you will be searching for it in some other muscles which you will never find. Which you will never find. And this seeking goes on, tortures the person who is living with you, who has committed their life to you. It is like you torture the other person. The other person, she has her own suppressions. She is also product of the society, unenlightened resources. She has suppressed tons of things in the name of she being a female. So all that she is searching in your muscles. It's like in Indian villages, this early morning hen will come out with chicken and start searching all the dustbins for food. Searching. Searching in others for the suppressed component in your muscle, searching in others for the suppressed component in your muscle, is the most frustrating thing that can happen to anybody in life. Even if you are a potato couch, because you did trial and error on yourself, it's easy to get you out of it. But the patterns you pick up from others, believe it as your muscle memory, install it in your biomemory, takes such long completion, requires strong completion process for you to get out. Again and again it triggers violence, dissatisfaction, incompletion, resistance, a wrong principles of sex. Understand this word, wrong principles of sex. Earlier in India, men used to wear only the dhoti and maybe one small angavastram. Slowly, slowly, the exposed upper body started getting associated with the idea of sex. Then they will have to cover. Then now even the exposed shoulders gets associated with the idea of sex. I don't know when the exposed eyes and the nose are going to get associated with the idea of sex. And then you have to wear complete covering. Understand various parts of body triggering various ideas, concepts, patterns in your system shows how the society is going lower and lower level, and our common agreements are sinking deeper and deeper and stinking. Our common understandings do matter. Our common understandings do matter because knowingly or unknowingly, even if you understand the higher principles, in your day-to-day life you are forced to live the common understandings. Seek Shanti Tattva because it is reality. It is experiential reality, existential possibility, ultimate space to reside. Seeking for happiness is myth. Seeking for happiness is the myth. Because the idea of happiness is myth. Stop seeking for it. Listen intensely. Seek Shanti Tattva. Seek Paramashanta Swarupa. Paramashanta. It's a real experience. You will achieve it. When you achieve, you will feel your seeking was worthy. But seeking joy is delusion. The definition of joy, the idea of seeking joy, the method or the way in which you seek joy, everything is delusion. When you start seeking peace, Shanta, your visualization capacity mixes, merges, becomes one with your consciousness. Your consciousness becomes one with Paramashiva's superconsciousness. Your Sankalpa will become Shiva Sankalpa. Your will become Shiva's will. Listen. Seeking joy is absolute stupidity, foolishness, delusion. Seeking peace, Shanta. I don't want to use the word peace because there is no other word. I'm using peace. Peace is too small word. Peace is impotent word to translate Shanta. Shanta is one of the non-translatable Sanskrit principle. Listen. The principle of Shanta, Shanta Tattva, is non-translatable. So understand the definition I am giving. Alive, vibrant, core, which does not get shaken by big bangs and black holes, but remains as active component and independent intelligence of the existence is Shanti Tattva. Peace is too small word because no other English word exists. I am using the word peace for Shanti. Otherwise, I am not okay with you chanting Om peace, Om peace, Om peace after every Upanishad verse instead of Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. No, Om peace, Om peace, Om peace. No. You should know it is non-translatable. But because there is no other way, I am using the word peace. Listen. Listen carefully. Start seeking peace. Your mental capacity, visualization capacity, your capacity to get excited, your capacity to get emotional, your capacity to become active, your capacity to become energetic, your capacity to be alive, all this will merge into your consciousness and Paramashiva's space. Paramashiva himself will start manifesting in you. Seeking joy will make you more and more grasp. It will bring you down from consciousness to emotional, emotional to mental, mental to physical grasp. Start seeking peace, you will move from grasp, physical to mental, from mental to emotional, from emotional to visualization space, and from there you will move to consciousness and to superconsciousness itself. If you start seeking peace, you will get intensely involved in your sex-related fantasies, visualizations, perversions, and you will master it. You will get involved with your fears, fear patterns, the ideas, thought currents which gives you nervous breakdown, mental breakdown. You will master it. You will get involved with your unconscious food patterns. Understand? Sex, security, food, all the three should not be obsessive compulsion. When these three are obsessive compulsion, you are a slave. Listen carefully. Eating for the sake of joy, will create more and more bondage. Eating for the sake of joy will create more and more bondage. Listen. If you start eating to find Shanta inside you, you will find the right food. I tell you. In every level, apply this principle which I am talking. Personal, physical, mental, emotional, and interpersonal relationship or social issues with everything. Apply this principle. Listen carefully. Whenever I give an example to explain a principle, just don't hold on to the example. Example, I map it into one small problem, but use the principle in everything you face in the life. In everything you face in the life. In everything in your life, seek Shanta. You will achieve it. Not joy. People who seek joy feel whole life is a struggle. Life will be struggle as long as you feel you want to get out of it. Now your life is a struggle. At one point, everything will become peaceful. You will be out of it. Everything will be joyful. Listen carefully. People who seek joy feel always life is filled with conflicts. People who seek peace realize there is no such thing as conflict. There is only one thing, responsibility. Life is all about raising the standards of your responsibility. Raising the standards of your responsibility. What do you call as conflict? Raising the standards of your conflict. Raising the standards of your struggles. Raising the standards of your wars. Don't fight with cheap people. Don't keep your wars cheap. Don't keep your conflicts cheap. Because you don't have confidence on yourself, you are afraid you may be physically broken, mentally broken, psychologically broken, emotionally broken, economically broken, consciously broken. You keep your struggles, wars, conflicts too cheap and low. What I mean by visually getting involved, consciously getting involved with your sexual fantasies, perversions, without the physical act. Consciously getting involved with your insecurity, fear patterns, without physically trying to raise your so-called securities. consciously eating continuously without physically dumping food in your stomach. What I mean by this three conscious involvement and what I mean by tasting Paramashanta Swarupa, what I mean by the word when your struggles are cheap, you are cheap. When your struggles are high, you are high. When you are beyond the struggles and full of responsibility and know that life has no struggle, it's all only about responsibility, you become leader. All these statements will become your realization when you start tasting Paramashanta inside you. All the zigzag puzzle will fall in place and it will become, you will just experience that huge click. Cosmic click. Wow. Yes. Understand? I am not here to teach you. I am here to initiate you. My initiation will teach you. Every day I come to satsang not to teach you, but to initiate you, to give you the Shakti Pada. Actually, to give you my smile, to love you. My love, my initiation will teach you. Your bhakti is your internet connection. My love for you is my internet connection. My uplink connection is my love for you. Your download connection is your bhakti for me. The connection actually happening is Shakti Pada, initiation. I am here just to love you. My love will teach you. I am here just to initiate you. My initiation will teach you. I am not here to teach you. I am here to love you. Every morning I am here just to say, I love you guys. How are you? Doing well? Why you did not shave? Why there is no vibhuti in the face? Why did you put the round kumkum? Why can't you put the Trinetra Tilak? I am here just for that.
Nithyanandam, today we have had a long day, but amazing truths that Swamiji has revealed. We all started with learning about what is Shripuram, and we all learnt about the space of completion. What is gender? The gender misidentification and completion with gender. And now we've all understood about Mooladhara Chakra, how we can complete with and break free from our fantasies. So this brings us all to the conclusion of our day today. We thank you all, each and every one of you, for your participation, for sincerely sitting, listening. Tomorrow we are having the 15th day of Paramashivoham level 3. And tomorrow we're going to be addressing the aspects of the signs of power manifestation, leadership consciousness, and being your own boss. Do not miss. Please be there tomorrow. We welcome every one of you to join. Thank you so much for being here today. And let us all conclude our day with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Padukarpanamastu Om Nithyanandam. Thank you all. Thank you so much, Nithyanandam.